Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 4, Chapter 155. It's around noon on the 24th of Frost, and the party is pulling up on the Sceptered House. It's this 4-story, kind of storybook-looking building with crazy angles, odd jut-out rooms, random, turrets, tons of windows, all curtained off from the inside. Looks like just an amazingly fascinating place. And it's right on this corner lot at the base of Quickfall Abbey, the ruins of Quickfall Abbey. We're pulling up here our team of gumshoe detectives who, last episode, realized that they might be in the middle of a chain of serial suicides, all seeming to center around people who were known associates of Myacnean Mun. Pulling up on the Sceptered House. Entering through the front door, we find a...
Before we enter through the front door, Bash cracks open 2 extracts and drinks them.
Mm-hmm.
Tears to wine.
Yes.
And your new favorite, Bloodhound.
You sniffity-sniff. Mm-hmm. Any other spells?
If Telepath Bound is not still going...
It would not be at this point.
Then Dora will...
Re-up?
Yes, one moment, please.
Oh, she can do some maths.
Yep. No problem. So, 110 minutes. Almost 2 hours.
Very good. So we've got the telepathic bond going again. Stepping in.
Let's go.
All right. We find a place that is indeed this combo of opium den, reading room, club, bar, coffee shop, and general, maybe bookstore. Every single wall is covered floor to ceiling with books and trinkets and mementos of all kinds. There are portraits on the ceiling, covering every single ceiling as you're making your way through this place and looking around. The ceiling is covered with painted portraits of famous people, and it doesn't seem like, just on a quick eyeball, it doesn't seem like historical figures, but kind of prominent
cultural figures.
Current
local
figures,
influencers.
Yeah, some seem to be local, some seem to be maybe around the continent, maybe around the inner sea region, but notable folks.
Like Sardi's?
I was going to say...
A little bit feels like that, yes.
Or like your local neighborhood joint where they have pictures of different people up.
Like Konaks.
Yeah, totally. That's what I was...
It would seem improbable to you at a quick eyeball that every single one of those people had all set foot in this place, but it does seem to be a collection of current, ongoing people of interest, fancy people, famous people, maybe some of whom have been here. You're, of course, met right away by the hostess of the Sceptered House, Molly Mab. She's a 30-ish-year-old human woman, pale skin, freckled face, long, wavy red hair, striking, pale blue eyes, and this really lovely, kind of Celtic-y looking dress on the cutting edge of fashion. Welcome to the Sceptered House, friends. What can I do for you today?
We've come to make some inquiry.
Oh, you got questions for me.
Well,
What will you be drinking? Hint, hint. While I answer your questions, we have some lovely tea today. We have coffee, of course, and we have hotter things if that's your inclination this time of midday. What can I do for you?
I would love a refreshing tea.
Absolutely. You, sir?
I'll have an ale if I can get it without the tone of judgment about having one at midday.
She gives you a little wink. I don't always know who I'm talking to before I talk to them, friend. You have as many ales as you want. She gives you another little wink. You, sir? She looks at Bash.
What kind of whiskey you got?
Oh, say no more. I'll do you right. And you, friend?
Molly, it's Dabwick. We've met, but it's been a while.
We've met many times.
I'm so sorry. Have you been in here before?
I don't come by as often as I should. I would love a tea.
Why do I know you?
You've probably seen me around. I pop in and out.
You're the one who took care of the rodents. Years ago, right? I remember you now. You know what? First tease on me. Thank you again. I don't remember what you did. I see a lot of people and do a lot of things, but I remember that you were very helpful. All right, come here. And she takes you through multiple rooms to one of many, an endless series of cozy, fascinating spaces. And the place is kind of not packed with people, but there are lots of people just hanging out, enjoying themselves kind of midday. Some are eating, some are just chatting, some are reading. She takes you through, and every single one of the rooms has portraits on the ceiling, and she lands you in a room that, instead of the predominance of things on the walls being books, in this particular room, it's paintings of famous cities in the inner sea region. So cities from Taldor, cities from Andoran, cities from Cheliax, from Thuvia, from Osirian, from Kadira. And it feels a little like you're in a like in a little postcard store of wonderful foreign cities from the region.
I don't know how to ask this, and it's just occurring to me, which is silly.
Yeah.
But I know my Acne and Mun pretty well.
Yeah.
We're friends.
I mean,
We were,
more
Yes.
than friends.
yeah.
You know him as well as he lets you know him, for sure.
Sure.
Yes.
But would I be able to guess what appealed to him about this place? Any particular room that might have appealed to him? What his relationship with Molly might have been like how he would have looked upon the proprietor of a place he likes to go to. Anything I can glean
Yeah.
from the character of this place?
I think in general, so like Tima, Mun was fascinated by books and all that they could teach. So you could see him, even if he had nothing else going on, if he had just stumbled across this place in his time living here, it would have immediately become his favorite place in the world. And I don't know if in, seeing the first kind of third of this, you'd eyeball a room in particular, but I think you would go like, oh, this makes 100% sense. And squaring what you know about what Dabuk has told you about Mun's persona as this philanthropist and beloved figure in town, if he was putting on that vibe, he would probably have been charming as fuck in this space. Probably would have made Molly think that he adored her. He would have been very skilled at playing up. He was a player, and he was very charismatic, and the kind of all the stuff that Lols was unable to do in terms of being a human in society, he was very skilled at.
All right, then I think before Molly leaves us at our table or wherever she's depositing us.
So she's gone to fetch your drinks, and she's got you situated in this room, comes back, dabs their tea, Pandora their tea, ale for the gripper, and a very fine whiskey for Bash. And she just says, Dwarven. Gives you a wink. And
He takes it, he sniffs it and takes a sip, and is it good?
outlandishly.
That's good. That's good.
If you hadn't just got 15,000 gold pieces, you might blanch a little bit how much it might cost you. But yes, it is incredibly fine.
Hey, what's the story with the pictures?
So, I have sort of an interest in people and what they do, where they go, who they talk to, how they think, and I think it's fun to have them around here. And I sort of want to cultivate a sense for my clientele that they're surrounded by the primo people in the region. So it's sort of it's an elevation thing, if you know what I mean. It works for those that it works on, and others just find it enjoyable.
Speaking of your clientele, I think we have an acquaintance in common.
Oh, do you?
I've only recently come to Casimir, but my Acne and Mum.
So what you see is her face go very still for a minute, as if uncertain how to respond. Sees you looking at, all of you sort of looking at her as this is hanging there. I'm sorry. He has left town, you know that? Did you just arrive here? Yeah, He's not here anymore.
How long ago did he leave?
It was a few months ago.
I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention to upset you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, look, I don't want to ruin anyone's day. Some things went on, and don't let me ruin your day. I'll leave you to your drinks.
You know, I hear that he's like this kind of like great man of the city, but, you know, when I knew him, he was kind of a shit.
Where did you know him from?
Ustalov.
Oh, yeah, he went to university there or
The
something, didn't he?
Syrinscape school, that's where I knew him.
Oh, right.
We had some shared interests for a time, but he went a different way, you might say.
He didn't say a lot about his years up there, and the only other friend of his that I've met from that time was a truly awful man.
Yeah.
Purple spectacles, very strange hat.
Has he?
I didn't learn his name. He only came in the one time. There was an incident, and
Oh no. I'm afraid we're familiar with those kinds of incidents.
Grip says.
+2 aid.
all right, it's trying to coax some
Yeah.
information out of her. I like this. So it's going to be a diplomacy check from Pandora. You popping in with something here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you got?
I was just going to say, can I aid on a diplomacy check?
Yes, absolutely.
May I do burst of insight on this, or is this over time?
I think it's a little overtime, yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me your aid check there, Johnny, for Bash. Sounds like Katie either really needs it or doesn't need it at all.
Okay. Rolled a 23.
+2 to Pandora's check.
35.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so something...
We have the right look. of
Yeah.
like-
Yes,
Like
yes.
we're in on it. Like we like give us the dirt.
And you can tell
We already know
she
the
likes
dirt.
to talk.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there staring at her. I'm just looking at the paintings.
Yeah.
Or the drawings, but chiming in with a chuckle if anything strikes me as oh, that sounds about
We want to
fucking
give the
right.
impression we already know what she has to say. So why not just tell us?
You've been dying to tell somebody.
Yeah. Finally, you
She-
can get this off your chest.
She has been dying to tell somebody.
Yeah.
I think she scoots Dabwick out of the way on the little sofa or settee that Dabwick is sitting on to make room for herself. Well, you know, he was here, and then his friend came in, and his friend was simply awful. Everyone was scared of him. They sat in a room together. They talked with their heads together, just very, very secretly, kept very annoyingly waving me off. And then they seemed to get into some sort of, I don't know, disagreement? Not an altercation. I did not mean to say the word altercation. But they seemed to be in disagreement about something. And Munn seemed very troubled. Like he seemed surprised at the behavior of his friend. Like he didn't recognize this man. Like he'd known him all of his life. And suddenly he seemed different. He was behaving strange. I didn't know what this was. And so he seemed to want to get this man out of here pretty quickly. He was staying in town at that time. And of course, he was staying up at the Rampant Boar up in Three Gates, hoity-toity. Am I right, little friend?
That Three Gates is very nice, yes.
So, Munn was coming over to me, and you know what he did?
What?
He paid his tab.
Oh.
Oh.
Like, as if, well,
As if he wasn't coming back.
I now know he was leaving town. I didn't at the time, so it stuck out. He's like, doesn't you normally have to pay his tab? You know, I know he's got a lot of money. He'll pay when he pays.
Right.
While he was doing that, his friend goes over to another one of Munn's friends who was also here that night, goes over to him, whispers something in his ear, and then walks out the door, and Ethan is left like, just shocked. Like, he couldn't believe what this man said to him, and he was just staring and upset. He got up, started pacing, and then he walked out. Munn saw this happen, and then he left after them. And you know, now none of his little club come in anymore. And most of them have died.
More than just the 3?
Oh my gosh, there were 13 of them. They called themselves... Come here.
We lean in.
They called themselves, get this, the Esoteric Knights of Evolvement. I don't even know what that means, but they took it very, very seriously. It was this little club of them. They met here every month. And now they don't do that anymore. Not since they had one meeting, like right after Mun left. Like right after that, was the next night? It was soon after that. And now none of them came back. And Ethan doesn't leave his house anymore.
Ethan is still alive.
Oh, I hope he is. Oh, poor Mr.
I'm
Baylor.
sorry, you mentioned that most of them had died.
Oh, as far as I know, he just doesn't leave his house anymore.
Where is his house?
It's just down the block. Which gives you an address. It's very close. 10-minute walk. And then Demrium, he hanged himself from Verasma's pulpit. That was the night of the storm. It was such a tragedy. And then Mistress Yezrik was dead at the temple. Apparently, they won't say anything about it, though. Struck everyone as very, very weird. And then a few weeks later, the Roseviers, they drank poison together. It was so sad. Those two loved each other so much. And then, the lawyer. Galia's lawyer came by, asked about settling up the tab. And I asked what's going on. He's sitting in a private matter. But he let it be known he was there on behalf of his estate. And then, Aya and Evie, I've seen them around. They live in the district, but they haven't been back in. And bumbled around, I think. But something happen with him?
With who?
Yes, he's gone.
Oh no. Suicide as well?
That's right.
What's going on with these people? And then the elf fellow's gone, and
Elf fellow?
yeah, I never caught his name.
What did he look like?
Well,
Sweaty fellow?
oh no.
Right.
Would not describe him that way.
Oh,
How would you
Was
describe him?
the steward at Mun's estate, that elf that Dabs dealt with?
Well, let me tell you what this fella looked like, and you'll know that that's not that fella.
But there are only 3 elves in the entire campaign.
There's been so few elves, I know. Well, this fella, he's very tall for an elf, like 6 feet tall. He's pale gray skin. His eyes have these large, dark pupils with purple iris around him. And he's got this crazy hair. It's like purple, then red, then orange, shoulder length, fabulous, wild mane. And then the rest, he's sort of dressed in black with pops and pizzazz, like purples and oranges and
so like
greens.
David Bowie?
I don't know who that is, but yeah. Yeah, he sort of feels like David Bowie. Yeah. So there's a group of them. There's like 13 of them. They came in all the time. And ever since that night, everyone's gone or dead.
Molly, do you think you could give us a list of those names?
Well, absolutely. So Galia Thalarin, he's dead. That's the one that came from the estate. He was a wizard. Ethan Baylor lives down the block. Ayabulos. Garen's out of town. He's been over in Assyrian.
Ethan's the one we think might still be alive?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope he's still alive.
Doesn't leave the house, though. Not a great sign.
That's true.
This elf fellow? Gallandel. That's the elf.
Gallandale.
I think that's the last name. No, Galanadel? Gallenmill? Something like that.
Herb Nerflinger.
Mun, of course, then Demrim Redbasher, he's the one who hung himself. And the Roseviers, Constantine and Emblem, they drank poison together. And Thummel Hubern, Evie Taru, Archie Umbra, and Greshy Yezrik. That was all of them. They were, I'm not purely mercenarily trying to make a lot of money here. The loss of their business is huge, though. And also, I've known them for years. It's a loss. And I'm sure you know, little friend, I'm sure you know how important all these people were to the whole city. And yeah, Paul, I think as Dabs is hearing these names, even the ones they don't specifically latch onto as having run across. These are public figures.
Yeah.
All of them of a either mechanical, alchemical, engineering, wizarding, all of a bent, like brainy types. Some of them with a bunch of money, some of them just of high important positions. But it seems like this little social club was of people who all had a big interest in knowledge and figuring out how things worked and getting to the heart of problems and solving issues, that kind of thing.
This friend of Mun's, the unpleasant one,
Yeah.
you only saw him speak with Ethan Baylor.
Yeah. And he was very troubled and he left. And then the meeting of the group, all the ones that were in town, was, a couple days later, I think. They all met. And that was the last time I saw most of them.
And what were they like when they came for that meeting? Were they in good spirits or...
Well, Ethan wasn't.
But the others?
They all seemed normal.
And Mun and his friend were not at that meeting?
No. Who wasn't there? They were all there except... Well, old Garen's out of town. You know that. The elf wasn't there. Mun wasn't there. And Umbra wasn't there either.
How did they all seem at the end of the meeting?
Not great. Now that you mention it. I don't think it really pinged for me at the time, but yeah, there was sort of a pall hanging over the whole group as they left that
They all
night.
sort of seemed like that Ethan at the beginning of the meeting.
Yeah. And it's tough with Ethan. He's a gnome. He's a bleachling, so sometimes they get a little moody. It's not always easy to figure out, what's going on. But yeah, they all sort of had that bleachling feel about him. He's kind of dead. Sad. Apparently suicidal, which I didn't know at the time, or it would have done something.
You mustn't blame yourself. You couldn't have known.
Oh, I don't blame myself, don't worry. But I wonder sometimes. But I don't let myself think about it.
That's why.
But what if I could have done something? No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not their mothers. They were their mothers. That doesn't make any sense. And I'll be right back.
Is she having a breakdown? Is this really weird? Is there a sense motive check to be made on what's happening to her right now?
You're getting this. I mean, give me a check. Give me a check.
25.
Yeah. So that wasn't me riffing. I think you are picking up. Maybe she hasn't really let herself
Feel this.
or think too much about it, because it's like she said.
If only I understood.
You're the perfect person to talk to.
She excuses herself for a quick second and runs just around the corner, grabs a bottle of whiskey, not the same super expensive whiskey, pours herself a little shot, and slips Bash a little bit of that. She takes a shot. Yeah, it's troubling times. Troubling times. So many people are dying.
And so many people you know. People you count on to see.
Religiously once a month. I would see Umbra once a month and that elf fellow, but the rest mostly were here all the time. Yeah, not always together, but this was their hang. This was their club.
It was important to them, therefore you were important to them.
That's very nice, dearie. Thank you. Do you want some whiskey?
No, thank you.
You can put something
I
in
like
this
to-
ale glass if you don't mind.
She does. She
I like
obliges.
to keep a clear mind.
It's a foolish idea.
I agree wholeheartedly. That's not gotten me anywhere.
She pours you a little more.
Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Yeah, you've been very helpful.
That Umbra, that
Yeah.
Archie Umbra, is he still with us?
I guess as far as I know, he keeps a shop down in the shipyard district. Sells weird shit. I don't know. I haven't heard about him killing himself. And she can give you an address of his shop. She would know where it is, and Dabs would understand the instructions.
Dora thinks to the rest of the party, I think we should speak to the people who weren't there. I would bet
The people who weren't there.
the people who weren't at the meeting that night. as many as we can, which I think might just be Umbra and the elf whose name she is unsure of.
And Etham.
Ethan, he was there. I want to speak to the people who were not infected that night and see what they know. I think he's probably dead in his house, but yes, we should follow up on it.
So Garen Gunderling is
Out of town.
out of the continent. He's over in Assyrian, as far as you know.
Let's go to Assyrian. I have friends there. So Umbra and Gallon Del.
Gallandel, the elf.
Yeah.
Colin
Whatever is it?
Gallon of milk.
Galingalil.
Well,
Gargamel.
let me say this. During the course of, you probably would have gotten a slight physical description of the elf that left town with Stasi and
Yeah, that's
Stanhope.
what I was
the elf.
asking. Sweaty, but he wasn't sweaty when he was here.
Correct.
Okay.
That whatever, however, however Chester saw
Yeah.
him, he was in a state as if something had recently happened to.
Discomfort.
Let me ask you one more thing. Have you ever met a woman would have come through recently, within the last couple of months? Very dry individual, and she proceeds to describe Stasi.
No, not that I know of. No.
Never came in.
No.
What about
Describes Stanhope Nixon.
No, they sound like fun, but I don't know them. They sound like buddies.
In a sense, they are.
I didn't know that I would say fun, but buddies, sure.
Morose buddies.
Well, so who do we need to follow up with? I mean, do we? So we think that Etham is
Well,
not a first trip because he's probably dead.
I hope not.
or wildly insane.
Either way.
But either way, we
Closest
should
place.
Who was the
follow
other
up.
one?
Archie, Umbra.
Umbra, and we know where Archie is.
You
Shop
know
in the
where his
shipyard.
shop is,
That's-
yeah, for
it's
sure.
like our best shop.
Was that the shipping districts one you just?
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
Exactly. And he sells weird shit.
And we have a lot of money, so
You have a lot of money to buy weird shit. Yeah, all right. So you know that Baylor's house is nearby, and you know where to go to find Archie's shop.
well, I suppose we should go to Baylor's house.
Hey, thanks for the drink.
Absolutely. I'll deduct it from your sheet later when I figure out exactly how much that cost you. I appreciate your commerce.
Is there any chance of starting a tab?
My friend, when you have entered my establishment for the 5th time, and I know you're going to be a regular, you can open whatever you like. For right now, I would like payment upon delivery. Thank you.
Absolutely, and I'll keep you to that.
Heyo.
Bash is getting ready to start 20 years of a life here in Casimir.
Oh, maybe it bears some weird resemblance to some watering hole in Dilathlene.
I mean,
because it's just that weird, right?
it's very weird. It's very like, I mean, again, he's existing in these two worlds of all these memories colliding with now.
Yeah.
And he spent a lot of time in dives and watering holes and
Yes.
places like that.
Yes, indeed. So Dabs, I believe, does Dabs know Ethan Baylor, or does Dabs just...
Dabs met Ethan Baylor before and maybe perhaps boldly approached them a little too much to discuss how gnome shipbuilders balance blackwood use with forest health.
And Dabs could fill the rest of you in on the fact that Ethan Baylor is the chief shipwright of the Imperial Naval Shipyards. I think Dabs's original categorization of him running the district might be something that Dabs would think, but might not necessarily be true. But he's definitely a high muckety-muck, a keeper of secrets, and an important figure and a solver of problems. Yeah, he's a famous shipwright.
So this feels like Munn and Lowell's had like a falling out over like it's time to enact the grand plan, and Munn was like, no, I'm still got pieces in play of doing stuff, and Lowell's like, well, I'm going to start knocking dominoes down now.
And Lowell's had lost every bit of him that
Yes.
Stopped him from
that
doing
stopped him
anything.
from being a dick.
Yeah.
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 Completely
Mun,
unafraid
that's
and
what
completely
troubled Mun.
uncowed.
Devoid of compassion, hope, love, anything.
Or even
Was-
fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was no longer, he's like, I'm not second banana anymore.
Yeah.
I will poison your well. What a dick.
Bash is also thinking that we were able to slow, not necessarily cure, this infestation of Jamandor, but we might be able to help Etham if he's still alive.
Right.
Yeah. No cure, but you have means at hand to help somebody with the slowing process for sure. Absolutely.
What if we're coming from the sceptered house? What would we pass by first?
Well, Baylor's house, because it's right in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I can put it on the map actually. Fun for all. All right, so you do indeed find his house, which is a, I mentioned this district has a wide spread of
Classes.
class and social strata going on. He's got one of the largest houses that you see. It's a kind of it's a mixed use neighborhood, so his old mansion is right next to a whole bunch of, relatively speaking, newer, but probably still a couple 100 years old, apartment buildings, businesses and stuff. It's like his home was probably one of the first, homes as this city was coming up.
They tore down a home just like it to build the apartment buildings.
Or one of his ancestors may have had to sell off half of a lot because they were in in a downturn for a while. Yeah. One of those two is definitely true. Yeah. So you get there and his home is completely closed up, like to the extent that the shutters on all of the windows have been closed on the outside, and you can't really tell. Let's call it around 1 p.m. now. Can't tell whether or not there's any lights on the inside, but the yard between the gate and the front door seems completely unkempt, uncared for. If we were in a different climate, there'd be tumbleweeds blowing through it. But I think in this case, it's an excess of weeds, and we're so close to a swamp, so it's probably wildly overgrown then. So just like crawling leaves and trees and weeds coming up in this space, kind of reclaiming this little chunk of the city that has been neglected for a little bit of time, it seems like.
Is there a New Orleans vibe to the city?
Oh, sure. New Orleans meets what's Peaky Blinders set in? Is it Manchester? No.
Birmingham.
Yeah. I love the New Orleans comp for the Abbey Green district. Yeah, absolutely.
Shall we knock?
Yes.
Here's a question.
Yep.
Have we met since we've been infected? Have we met anyone who was infected that we didn't know was? Like, when you are infected by Jamandor, do you recognize people on the street who are also infected by Jamandor? Is there any sort of communal hive mind feeling thing that happens? Like, I don't think we have.
I love that question. There would have been in your other lives.
Yeah.
So let's
We have
get that in.
access to that.
So I think especially around the period of time where you were all seated, Roni slipped away, seated some people in town, there had to be some cleanup. Roni and Riptusk at the time were very new to their infestation, but Tima was not.
Yeah.
And would have been around some of the people that maybe had to be killed, one or two who were brought into the house for a time, maybe became servants for a while before they were, killed in some awful way. And I don't think it feels like a hive mind, and I don't think it's an immediate recognition, but I think proximity does bring about kind of a certain tingle of we share something. It's like a psychic stirring. So it's not kind of like the smell that
instantaneous.
Yeah, no,
but
not
maybe
from a
like
distance.
3
but,
rounds of concentration, like
Oh,
detect,
right.
detect Jamandor.
No, but I think, if you sort of keep your eye attuned to, as you're talking to people, am I feeling that when I'm close to them? That feels like a safe question to answer. I think you would know you would feel something. Yeah, you can't read their thoughts. You don't detect them on sight,
But you could kind of sense motive and be like,
yes,
are you,
you feel the tingle. That,
you've had the same experience.
yes.
I'm more wondering if this person will recognize us as carriers.
Well, yeah, that's a whole question with my bloodhound stuff. Can I smell anything coming or emanating from this closed off house?
Oh, the spell's still going? How long does it last?
Hours.
Oh, for sure, Johnny. Yeah, it is not...
It's not that level, but one person living in this place or
closed
more.
in for a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're picking it up. You're picking it up with your little bloodhound nose. No immediate response to the knock, but give me perception checks. Then roll for initiative. I'm kidding. But roll for initiative.
I knew you were going to say
20.
that. I knew you were going to say that.
The
got a natural
36.
36, okay.
29.
Yeah.
30?
Well, we're getting high level, aren't we? Sort of mundane perception checks are effectively useless to ask for at this point. What'd you get, Polly? 55?
No, a 25.
Okay. I think you all do hear the sound of little feet scamper up to the door in response to the knock and then scamper away. But there is no response that you're otherwise aware of.
Mr. Baylor?
Go away! I'm not home! I'm sorry. I'm home.
You're
I'm
not.
not seeing visitors.
You're not well, are you?
Thank you. I am grand. Just grand.
It's all right, Mr. Baylor. We understand.
I don't need any. Thank you.
Mr. Baylor, we understand your dreams. We dream your dreams.
What do you know about my dreams?
I know all there is to know about your dreams. Will you speak with us, please?
I don't want to hurt you.
You can't.
I've hurt so many.
I know.
I've hurt so many people.
I know.
I can't.
Please.
I can't.
Please speak with me. I understand.
Give me a check.
What check?
Diplomacy.
25.
DC 25. There's kind of a bated pause. Then you hear the sound of a slow approach to the door. And then an unclicking of an insane amount of locks.
Yeah.
From the inside. And then you see this, the saddest little gnome you've ever seen in your life.
Is this like, does this advance the bleaching?
Look at this picture.
Oh, God.
He is completely white.
Oh.
He's got wild flyaway hair. It is just bone white. Long runaway eyebrows, bone white. Long sideburns, bone white. His skin is white. His eyes are white. And he's dressed in this kind of white bedrobe. If you saw him out of context, you might think he was a fucking ghost. And he looks ravaged and terrible. And he's an elderly fellow. He's an older man. And he just seems weak and torn down. He opens the door. There's just tears streaming down his face. Oh, I know you. I know you. Pointing at Dabwick.
Yes, Ethan. Yes. It's Dabwick.
You too. No. What?
May we come in?
Yes. Get off the street. Get off the street. And he hustles you inside. Oh, and the the reek of the place.
Yeah, door turns and starts turning the locks.
Like 15 different locks. No sunlight in this place. He's got everything all sealed up. There's just remnants of food from just weeks ago lying around the place. And his house is filled with books and pieces of art and all sorts of collectible things. And it seems like it's just like he may have just been wandering around, bumping into things, smashing family heirlooms by accident. The place is just a disaster. What? How? Why did you find me? What do you know? What's happening to me? Who is Shaman Dor?
You know who it is.
No.
You know what it is, and I'm so sorry.
How do I stop? I can't stop it, can I? They all have the right idea. I'm the only coward of the group. I can't go through with it. I can't kill myself, but I know I have to. Please tell me in the best way. You, Dabwick, grabbing you. Tell me the best way. Do I cut my throat? Do I pull my eyes out before or after I do it? Do I drink poison like the Rosevears? I think I have some poison. He starts wandering back towards the kitchen.
Hey.
Yes.
Baylor,
What?
Baylor,
Yes.
come here. Sit down. I'm a doctor. I can't promise you that I can stop it, but we can slow it down and make you feel better.
He reaches for your face with his hands.
I let him.
Then why didn't you make it better for yourself? Why didn't you make it better for yourself?
Working on that.
Why are you here? What do you want of me?
Do you like what's happening to you? Do you want it to happen to anybody else?
No, of course not.
We're trying to stop that. Is that an experience worth living for?
You can stop it.
And slow it down.
That's not the answer I'm looking for.
We are going to try to stop it altogether. Any assistance you can give us, even if it's just relieving yourself of the burden of what happened.
I think I know what we can do. We're all gathered together. If we light the house on fire from the inside, we will burn all of our skulls together, and then it will be gone. And we will all be on to whatever follows after this happens to us.
Mr. Baylor, we must fight. We must resist as best we can. If we are to end this for all.
What do you want of me?
I want you to tell me what happened.
It was Mun's friend. You know Mun?
Yes.
You know his friend?
Yes.
I did nothing. I was just sitting there. He walked over to me, and he came up to me, and he said those words in my ear, and walked away with a smile on his face, and my whole life was destroyed. That's what happened.
Yes.
And then I gathered my friends together because I thought they could help me, and I asked them who Shaman Dor was. And then I infected all of them. And now they're all dead. That's what happened.
I'm so sorry.
Something had been wrong with Mun for months, but I don't think... Did he have this? Did he have this the whole time?
Very likely he did.
And who gave it to him? Is his friend, his anomalous friend? Is that it?
He was seated with this thing long before he ever met you or any of us.
This man at the second house, he's the anomalous friend. He's the one who's been advising Mun on his projects for all these months.
What friend do you refer to? I don't believe that that man is anyone who Mun would allow to advise him.
Project for, I don't know, some sort of alchemical project, and he said he'd hit some sort of roadblock, and that's what we all helped each other with, you know, with the roadblocks, with the stumbling blocks, with the blocks, and He wouldn't tell us what he was working on, so we couldn't help him. But he said he had found a friend in the swamps, and his anomalous friend, and he had been advising him on this project for months. And
Anonymous or anomalous?
anomalous, he said. I don't know why he would call him that. But when I met this man, I thought, well, that's an anomalous man for certain, but
He is, but not the man Mun was referring to, I believe.
he keeps this friend in his house. He did, at least. He was advising him. A man from the swamps. Why didn't I recognize how absurd that was? What was wrong with me?
Nothing is wrong with you. You had a friend. You trusted him. Your heart was open. Your judgment sound. But the world was not the way. Mun wanted you to believe it
That's
was.
the problem right there. When I opened my heart, I thought it would be a new experience. But it made me blind to so much around me. It made me not see. In my arrogance, my foolishness, I should never have opened my heart. It was not an experience I should have had. It was not something I should have done. And look where it's led me.
Is he like bleaching out right now? Like, is he actively?
Or is he giving in to?
He's
Yeah.
having a Jamandor episode for sure. You'd recognize this in those moments of fighting so hard to not snap at each other on those days and out in the hold, in the Sullen Starling. That feeling of it's just too much. I can't contain it. And you all were able to, but he's having a different experience.
Just a dude.
Dabs, did you by any chance prepare any restorations?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll cast a lesser restoration on.
So first we have to start. Before you can do the restorations, you have to succeed at a DC 27 caster level check with a remove disease spell, which you might not have today, or do you have today?
No, I do not.
Okay. That is the first step to even be able to have restoration work on somebody.
And I can't do anything in terms of treating the disease
Nope.
through
No.
regular means.
The thing that you can do very ably is help someone when they're in the lead up to their
Yeah, yeah.
monthly check. But like once they've got that damage, only supernatural means can help, and only if you beat these colossal DCs with these caster level checks. You're fighting a god.
Yeah.
Do we know what's the group called? The Esoteric.
Knights of Evolvement.
Do we know what they were? So clearly they weren't all about Jamandor. They were.
No, they were an
that was- that-
intellectual club who solved problems for each other.
and that's it. That they weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't a Haster
They were a
cult.
bunch-
They
It's like,
weren't.
no.
They were just.
They were a bunch of nerds who would run into big math problems.
Yeah, it seems that way. It's
And
like
have
it's
to
a
help
name
each
that would
other.
probably sound maybe sinister or weird or ominous, but they were just a bunch of pals who liked problems and mysteries.
Like to do,
And one of them was not a
escape
great
rooms.
guy.
Yeah, I like to do
Yeah.
escape rooms.
Yeah. They were like a pub quiz team.
yeah. Of like super brainiacs.
Yeah.
Probably a lot of whom didn't have super high charisma scores,
Yeah.
maybe to balance out their brainy brains in every
Yeah.
single case. Although some of them were socialites, and Dabwick would think of like the Roseveres as gadabouts about town. So that's
They
not the
picked
case
a
in everyone.
non-violent way of killing themselves.
Bash has a
can we do
crazy
for him?
thought in his head that he shares with Pandora.
Did you bring the staircase?
Whoa!
Did I bring the staircase? The staircase is probably in Men and Vultures.
In the
Right?
footlocker, in the bag of holding that grip carries.
What is your idea?
We want to talk to him. We want to have a conversation with him. Take him someplace where he's free of this.
Remind me what the Mad Poet told us about the Dreamlands.
Never return to the Oasis again. He did not forbid you from going to the Dreamlands.
Okay.
I don't think we have any more to learn from him, to be honest. And I'm not anxious to return to the Dreamlands without anyone watching over us.
You don't think it would be worth it to try to give him some hope?
Pandora does not have to say anything, but you know that does not believe that he has hope, unless they can figure out the bigger problem.
I think the best we can do for him is come back tomorrow and try to remove his disease enough to be able to offer him some comfort. But even if he survives the physical challenges of this infection, he still must struggle with the moral one that he infected all of his friends, most of whom are now dead. I don't think giving him hope is a mercy.
Hope so rarely is.
Bash turns to Baylor, to Etham.
You said that you're too scared to take your own life?
Yeah. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
Is that what you want?
I want to be free. I want to be free.
Bash pulls out the alchemical torch, Vanity,
It says, I can free you if you want.
Pandora turns away.
We can relieve his pressure. We can do things to try and help.
It must be his choice.
Kill me. Kill me. Please, please kill me. Please.
Ethan,
Is there anything else you want to share with us that could help us stop this?
Do you know? Do you already know all the names? All of us that were there. Do you
All
know
the
the
knights. We know the knights.
names? Theraval. Theraval, yes. Anyone else?
Not even close, Molly.
Theraval Galanadel.
She didn't say it was a last name.
Fine.
Aaron?
He wasn't here. Don't kill him,
No.
but kill the rest. Please kill the rest. Any of them still live, please.
Archie Umbra, he was infected as well.
Archie wasn't there.
Wasn't there?
Archie wasn't there. I have not seen him.
That's good.
Maybe he escaped.
Yes.
Maybe he escaped.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe he escaped.
Are you sure this is what you want?
I can't live with this. I can't live like this. I can't live knowing what I've done.
It wasn't your fault. You didn't know.
Pandora thinks to Bash.
I could try to hypnotize him to a moment of peace.
Would you like my friend to try to bring you back to a memory that was a happy time for you?
Dora begins talking to him, asking questions about different times of his life. Easy to answer, getting more and more specific into recalling a happier, simpler time. Dora got a 37 on the diplomacy check.
Yeah, works wildly well. And he can only talk about childhood. He goes immediately back to those memories. And it's just the simplest little things like taking enjoyment out of a meal, having fun playing a game, and knowing what little you know about the bleaching. For him to be this far gone, he may have spent 100 years in a fairly dejected state even before this happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
But with the hypnosis, he's able to regress back to memories from childhood. In this house, maybe in this very room. This was a family estate. So sure, yes, his mind slips back to a time when he was a different person, when he was a child, here, momentarily forgetting what has become of him.
sure this is what you want?
Oh, I think he's past that point at this. Just giggling a little bit, remembering some game.
Dora casts ghost sounds of children laughing and
To
music
reinforce
playing
what he's
and-
talking about? Yeah.
Anything that gets a subtle clue.
Are we still telepathically bonded?
Yeah.
Dabwick will think to all of you. Are we sure that this is the right choice? There's no hope for him now, but that doesn't mean there's no hope for him tomorrow. He's still alive. He still has brightness in him. Are we going to end him now? I know that's what he says he wants, but...
What brightness do you see?
He remembers his childhood.
He won't when the spell wears off.
Are we going to kill everyone that we run across who's infected with Shaman Door? Is that our goal? Is that our path? He's the most celebrated shipwright in Casimir. Are we going to cut his life short and all of his gifts from this planet because he's hit rock bottom?
He can't control himself, Dabwick. He doesn't have the resistance you have, the fortitude. If he ever leaves this house, he could infect so many others. And if he never leaves this house, then this is his life.
If he never leaves this house for now, this is his life until maybe we can set things right. I have hope. Do you?
I don't know.
I can't believe that we would end his life and then just go about our day.
Shall we just leave him here?
That also does not sound like a mercy.
I can come back tomorrow with removed disease prepared. I can try lesser restoration again. I can try to heal him.
Are you prepared to do that for every single person that we find that's infected?
Maybe so. Maybe it's worth it. We can't give in to the despair that we are going to run into. We can't, can we?
Do you feel confident that he's not going to say it?
No.
That's where it ends for me. If I had even a little scrap of a hope that he's not going to go infect someone else, Dabwick, I might be there, right there with you. But I don't. I don't think he can live and not accidentally infect someone else.
It's a burden of responsibility that we've given ourselves. Killing him. I struggle with that.
Good. You should. None of this should be easy. But just because it isn't easy doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. You prepared to lose this whole city?
I don't want to lose another to Jamandor again. If I can help it. What if I stay here with him the rest of the day? I can meditate here. I can keep an eye on him. And then I can try to heal him and give him some of that rest.
I believe we should take this action as a whole, and if one of our member is not willing, then we can't proceed.
If the three of you are hell-bent on killing everyone who's infested with Jamandor from here to the end of the earth, without question, I don't know if I can join you on that journey.
No one is saying that's what the journey is. We're looking at here and now. We're looking at this situation. We're not looking at what every fucking situation's going to be. Every fucking situation is going to be different. And I don't know that there's going to be one blanket answer for everything that is going to face us. And to me, right now, this particular situation looks pretty fucking bleak for this shipwright.
I'm sorry, if Dabwick cannot agree with this action, then I can't either.
We are going to run into those infected with Shaman Door, probably more and more as our journey continues.
If you spend the night, if you meditate here, if you try to give the healing a shot, which my understanding is that's not a fucking shoe-in. What then? How many times do we try?
How many days do we spend?
How many lives are worth it?
Exactly. How many lives are worth it?
I'll stay with you, Dabwick, if you want to try.
Or maybe I should just walk and let you do what you need to do.
No. We're stronger together. The only way that we will overcome this in the long run is if we stay together. We can give Dabwick one night and then reevaluate.
All right. You get to tell him, though.
Ethan, I'm going to stay with you today, and we are not going to take your life. Can you hear me?
That's up to Pandora. At the moment, he's in a hypnotized reverie and thinks he's someone from a different point in his timeline. Do you want to let him be present for this questioning?
Yes.
Okay.
I will ease him out of
Yes. Yeah.
the reverie.
You're staying here.
I'm staying here. I'm going to stay here with you today. And when I have a chance later, I'm going to try some magic on you. And I'm going to try and make things better.
No.
No? It's not the end yet. I don't believe so.
No.
It's not the end for you.
He just curls up into an inconsolable ball of weeping.
Dabwick is just looking over their shoulder at Bash in particular, bends over Ethan to try and comfort them.
So we know Pandora's going to stay with Dabs here. The other two staying here all day.
You can go meet the new Arbor Master.
I don't know that I'm going to be the best one to do any diplomatizing of a new hard-ass harbor master. I don't know that my few months as a sailor are going to impress him greatly to give up information he's not wanting to give if he's a hard-ass. What do you think, Bash?
Pandora. Can I have the staircase?
Are you going to go to Dilathleen?
No,
How do I know that?
because I just told you.
What do you want to do?
I want to offer this poor, wretched soul who has not had a moment's rest from this fucking thing in our heads. I want to give him a chance to go someplace where he could be free of it so we could actually talk to him and see what he wants. I see no reason to keep him here and keep him miserable and suffering. And if you're not willing to do it, I will do the ritual.
I'm not unwilling, though I have my doubts as to its efficacy. But at any rate, it can't happen until tonight. And
Fuck.
I have very serious concerns about whether or not he can survive it, both going and coming back.
2d6 damage happens regardless of anything else that happens.
Yes.
And that does not include any damage that might need to be taken to the body in order to return.
And is there no... Like, I feel like when we weren't in a combat situation, we could kind of hand wave that concentration check. Like, is that an option he would have to come back as well, or would he have to literally make the roll or take the waking body damage?
So you had the option because you Grip, as the person with the lowest concentration check, still could make it on a natural 20. So we were effectively saying you just chill out until everybody rolls a 20. If he does not have a high enough concentration check, which keep in mind is now going to be lowered because his charisma is down, he might literally not have that option.
Gotcha.
So then what does that mean?
He would have to damage his body.
No, I mean, if he chooses not to damage his body, and he's unable to make the concentration check to escape the Dreamlands, what does that mean?
Is he chestured at that point? Like, is he just there?
Chestured.
He just never wakes up. Should he survive in the Dreamlands, which is also questionable. If he ever gets unstuck, he'll still wake up tomorrow morning.
At the exact same moment you all do. Like, there's no relief for him that way in the real world. He just would be there until he either does enough damage to his waking body to wake up or dies there, in which case he wakes up mad.
I'm not sure the relief is worth it.
I don't think it's a solution.
It's not a solution.
He's not proposing it as a solution.
I don't think it's a balm. I don't think it is the relief you think it is. I think it is another instance of us trying to make us feel better about this awful situation, and that is a luxury that we are running out of.
I wasn't thinking of it as a bomb. I was thinking of it as an opportunity to talk to him when he didn't have this thing in his head, when he wasn't at his lowest point.
But then you're going to have to explain to him, okay, you might not ever be able to wake up now that you've told us what you want. Now you're fucking stuck here, mate.
No.
Congratulations.
He's going to wake up. He's going to wake up at the same time we wake up.
But not in a better situation than he is now. I don't think it's going to give us what you think it's going to give us.
He's still suffering. If he sleeps in the Dreamlands, he won't dream Jamandor's dreams, yes, and that would be a relief one night. But he will still be suffering from this seed-borne consumption. Nothing will really change for him. He won't be a different person in the Dreamlands than he is here now. Unless Dabuk uses their resources to try to ease, not cure, his suffering.
You're talking about this like the Dreamlands isn't real.
I'm saying it's not an answer.
I didn't say it was an answer. I said it was an opportunity.
To cause him to go mad on top of what he is already suffering.
No, to give him an opportunity to live a life.
I think you're fixating on the fact that you got a life based on your choice, but we're going to drop him where? At the fucking caravanserai. He's not going to be in Dailatleen. He's not going to have the resources and the wherewithal that you fucking had to carve a life out of a fucking city. He's going to be stranded there. How is that an opportunity for him? I think we fucked him over when we took him out of that hypnosis. I think we have done a cruelty to him by giving him the comfort of that hypnosis and then not doing what he fucking asked us to do.
Oh, I agree with you on that 100%.
So I'm willing to see if there's some ease Dabuk can give him. I'm not going to the Dreamlands, and I will not be a caster in that ritual for this purpose.
Dabwick, you understand that whether you can help him or not, as long as he lives, he will need supervision and care. He can never leave this house while he is infected, because he cannot be trusted not to infect others. We would be responsible for him completely. We could share this burden with no one who is not also infected. We would need to check in on him every day, make sure he is eating and drinking water and caring for himself, and he will continue to get sicker. I'm not saying this to pressure you into changing your mind, only so that we all understand what it is we are proposing.
Hey, Dabs. I know you're big on the rules and stuff. What's the city's rules about plague? You're a rat catcher. Like, there have to be rules about, like, plagues of rats and stuff and the diseases that they can bring. What is it that the city does?
The city's main concern is containment. What are you suggesting?
I'm asking you, what are the laws regarding bringing a plague into the city? Imagine there's like a plague ship pulls into the harbor. What do they do with it? They let people off? They burn it to the water's edge? What do they do?
I understand what you're trying to say to me, and I'm not saying you're wrong. This plague must be stopped. I want to put my finger in the dam and try to keep it from spreading through other means, but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. May I please have this day with Ethan and an opportunity to give them some respite this afternoon and maybe talk to them again?
Yes, of course.
I'm fine with that.
I'm sorry.
Dabwick, no. Don't apologize.
He means so much to the city. I can't just let it go. I need this time. But if there's anything I can do to help on the next step of the journey from here, is there anything I can tell you about Old Casimir, or Three Gates, or where are you headed next?
What time of the day is it right now?
1 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
Midday.
Bash, should you and I take this time and go talk to the harbor master?
We're
maybe?
still connected to
Well-
Dabwick telepathically.
Right.
If you think you can be here alone.
I mean,
again.
we could all stay here, but I feel like we could make use of at least a few of these hours.
I mean, the thing that Bash could do is Bash could just go out and walk the city and like continue to put in hours.
Sure, and then if the two of you want to go talk to Julius Kane or something,
Yeah.
well, kill a few birds with one stone of time here.
As long as Dabwick is
Yeah.
all right.
You're all right
Yes,
with that?
I'm fine with that, yeah.
Is there anybody on your list, Polly, that would be primarily located Abbey Greenish, maybe Northern Shipyards-ish, that Dora and Grip could also stop and visit if you think any of them might have...
I have a friend, a street performer, an half-elf. Her name's Califen Shadow. She performs tricks with trained magpies in the squares of Abbey Green. And she's quite charismatic. I think you might like her. She might have an eye on what's going on around the Abbey Green area. She might be worth talking to.
Would dropping your name to her, do you think, make her agreeable to speak with us?
I would be interested to hear what her reaction would be, but yes, I think so.
All right.
So the area of town that she performs in is South Abbey Green, North Shipyards.
Yeah.
So yeah, great. I'm glad you thought of this, Polly. Essentially, like, she hangs out by day in this area. It's one person that might have a different... She's a street performer. She might have a different view on... Like, so far, you've been mostly looking for certain kinds of information, talking to more like shipyard folks, sailors, business folks on the pier. This is a different kind of person. Different perspective. Also,
Might have new information.
Right. Might know different
Okay.
people, have seen different things.
Yes, if she's closest, let's go and chat
It
with
would
her.
be easy for Dabs to give you a path, like just simply head around Quickfell Abbey this way instead of that way, and you'll probably run into her on your way.
Let's do that, and perhaps then, if there's time and no new leads, we make our way down to Julius Kane or Archie Umbra.
That's one of the members of that group.
Wasn't there
Archie,
that
Archie,
day.
that wasn't there. Okay.
Well, great.
Correct.
Great.
Yeah, those are ideas.
So, after a conversation the first of its kind, perhaps with more of its kind to come, we will now split the party. That's the end of chapter 155. We'll see you next week. Dark Nexus is produced by Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's fan content policy. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's Paizo.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Syrinscape. Check them out at Syrinscape.com. That's Syrinscape.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Derek, Darren, Michaela, J.H., the Biscuit Buddies, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration.
You are a big part of our storytelling as well. And we love it when you help us.
You are, in fact, the antagonist.
I'm
also
the
often
pal.
the protagonist.
Wow.
The story pal.
Your story pal.
Story buddy.
My name's Rob. I'm the story pal tonight.
Protagonist, antagonist, and lover.
Brad.